Counterparts. That's a phrase that really established the whole foundation of how Pokemon was released, a phrase that's all been too relevant for this series since the very beginning to even now, from Red to Blue to Sun to Moon, from the Day Man to the Night Man, from Coca-Cola to any drink bartenders have to ask, is this okay instead? Nothing more than just counterparts. In the Pokemon world, however, there's a lot more to counterparts than simply being Charmander and Squirtle, or Luvdisc and fucking anything. No, its actual definition is essentially just any Pokemon that comes in a pair, based on similarities, evolution lines, or even version exclusivity, and some of them are actually skitsmite. The fact that you just waltz on into some dojo, kick the shit out of everyone there, abduct their young and force them to do battle for you, like Dana White scouting for the UFC. If he went about it like Genghis fucking Khan. That really made the two Hitmons feel like something special, something that you need on your team. And you know, Giovanni knew this. He needed that extra muscle. He knew Hitmonlee was his go-to guy for, "You wants me to slap him with my foot cuffs, boss." The lore surrounding these two alone makes them one of the most interesting counterparts, because you see, it goes a little bit further than just Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, or should I say, the only two mainstream martial artists in the 90s. So, fuck it, just name them that. It was the 90s, with its mainstream attention at the time, you'd think their first choice for naming a boxing Pokemon would have been Hitmontai, Hitmonsun? Hitmontai-son. Although that mainstream attention had a little heat surrounding it. In Japan, however, Hitmonchan's name was based on world champion boxer. Okay, I haven't watched enough anime to even pretend I know how to say this properly. Hiroyuki Ebihara, I think. I've never chose Hitmonchan myself, but I know I'd just end up renaming it to Hitmon Ali anyway. My go-to choice was always Hitmonlee, and the Japanese lore behind it should convince you right-sided idiots that us lefties are fucking right! Hitmonlee's name, Tadashi Sawamura, Japanese kickboxer with just a little record of 232 wins to 5 losses. Oh, that's along with 228 knockouts. And just to put that into perspective, Mike Tyson, a man supposedly made out of iron, a man who is a child of dynamite, a man notorious for turning the squared circle into a king-sized bed for his opponents. That man retired with a KO percentage of just 75. You know, I could handle going up against the Pokemon incarnation of Jackie Chan, or even Bruce Lee. Tadashi Sawamura, on the other hand, I wouldn't want to stick around for the after party and become the 0.4 to get his KO percentage to a clean 95%. I've actually met people, like real-life people, who have adamantly told me that Hitmonchan evolves into Hitmonlee, and that they're not counterparts. Which, fair enough, if you don't know a lot about the series, but they know about this channel, they know about what I do here, and they should fucking know that I didn't get 80,000 subscribers from my trailer for John Cena's sexy high school adventure. No, I got this far from overthinking things about Pokemon, like how the Hitmon family consists of only males. Only males! So naturally, the most reasonable explanation for how they reproduce would be like a horde of angry, lonely pirates on a 6-month voyage. Almost every region has a legendary poster boy pair, weak Route 3 counterparts that should probably be extinct, and strong fossil Pokemon that probably shouldn't. But in the end, not even the strongest of Pokemon can overpower Mother Earth telling them, "Alright, you're grounded for the next 2 weeks!" But I said, make that 2.5 million years! And there's a wide selection here, but you know, I'm gonna have to go for the Mandem from Kalos, Tyrantrum, and Aurorus. Shit. Now you better believe Tyrantrum was the prehistoric kingpin. A kingpin that was unstoppable for 100 million years. It took an entire age of ice to wipe out these prehistoric pimps. I mean, the world could have been struck with an ice ground steel fighting fairy or dragon age, and same thing would have happened for these guys. So unstoppable? Unstoppable, eh? Oh, Dex. Oh, Dex, I think you're lying to me, Dexter. I can let Tyrantrum slide, since Ice and Dragon blends together like a thick hangover and a refreshing glass of boiling water. Aurorus, on the other hand, was wiped out by both of its own elements, rock and ice. It should have thrived in this. It should have become the new Kingpin, standing tall over the graves of those weak enough to be sent to World 6 of the Shadow Realm. Let's not talk about that one. You know, the one where they got wiped out. Let's talk about what's there not to love about? What's there not to love about these two? I mean, Aurorus is adorable, and Tyrantrum, it has one hell of an authoritarian attitude. The world seems to be a big fan of that right now. And he's got a nice, strong jawline. But when you think of a prehistoric creature, what's likely to be the first one that comes to the minds of many? Myself immediately thinks about the Titanoboa. If anything, just to make me feel grateful that the biggest threat our era has to deal with is some world leader slipping on a banana skin in their office and landing directly on a big red button on their desk, labelled Nuke. For many, their first thought for a prehistoric creature is the mighty T-Rex, and there's been a lot of dinosaur-inspired Pokemon. To me though, a lot of fossil Pokemon could easily pass as a standard, catch me in some cave, kind of pokes. But these two feel the most like true prehistoric Pokemon. By definition of counterpart, you don't get too many more parts as countered than the Crescent Moon and the New Moon, or in Pokemon terms, Cresselia and Darkrai. Now, I don't mind Cresselia. I mean, it's alright. I'd throw some change in a machine to let me ride it for a minute outside of a Tesco Express. 6 out of 10! But Darkrai, make no mistake about it, Darkrai is a sick cunt. And if you disagree, he'll come after you. And he'll fucking get you. Darkrai can lock you into a nightmare and trap you there. The Hitmonduo, they may have their finesse to quickly put you to sleep, but Darkrai will put you to sleep, and then put you to sleep! And the only way you can find him is to have some Nintendo executive invite you over to his slumber party. On the flip side, Cresselia dances around the moon and undulates its tail beautifully. Damn, you could crack on the latest season of RuPaul and Cresselia's already in one of your Pokeballs. It's also said to pass on good dreams to those holding one of its feathers, and from what I understand, I think it's the only cure for somebody trapped in one of Darkrai's fanfics. So you better keep that RuPaul on repeat. Not only because Cresselia is going to be all about that shit, but also Darkrai strikes me as more of a John Wick kind of guy. More interested in seeing 3 men killed in a bar with a pencil. A fucking pencil! He's not gonna be that attracted to the drag race, and most of— Alright, maybe he is! Darkrai's showing off them legs like he's trying to get a free drink off me. Well, I guess he does got that thigh gap though. Cresselia, any legs you'd like to share with the rest of the classroom while we're at it? Darkrai, you know, maybe he's just a little bit misunderstood. He's a very mysterious, mythical madman. But maybe he is good boy deep down. I mean, the Pokédex does say, to protect itself, it afflicts those around it with nightmares. However, it means no harm. So he's not trying to— Oh wait, means no—
One trip to https Bulbapedia Bulbageddon Wiki Docray Pokemon later.
Something that I really like about these next two is you can really throw the question up in the air. What the fuck even are you, gentlemen? One of them is, it's like a tiger, feline, honey monster. The other one is, it's a duck. It's a duck. Part of the reason Pokemon had counterparts to begin with was to sell the whole "whoa, better buy both versions or make some friends" door! And one of the few version exclusives that really made you want to go out of your way to trade to have both. Magmar, and the one that goes ah yes, the classic pairing of the Motoboty and the Motobotor. And a pair like this are actually very similar as Pokemon with near identical stats and level up movesets. And then there's the evolution lines, which also mean these bad boys take the crown for most generations covered as counterparts, with their Gen 2 Ditto mating experiments and their Generation 4 big bad booty daddy forms. Along with the GameCube came one of the closest things to a console main series Pokemon title in the form of Pokemon Colosseum, which we were introduced to the best protagonist this series has seen, Wes, or Leo, and a dashing young rogue who is actually a part of the Ore region Jabroni squad, Team Snag'em. Never will we know just how high up in the hierarchy he was in the rankings of Team Snag'em. Never will we know why he joined in the first place, or why he suddenly betrayed them. Maybe he just wanted to associate himself with a team that sounds less like an amalgamated ring of pedos. But what we do know, as one of the goons, he's not just flanked by the standard goon squad of Zubats or Ekans, he's flanked by arguably the best counterpart duo, Umbreon and Espeon. And based on that alone, you would assume he wasn't your standard "the boss wants a word with you" type of goon. Or at the very least, he just stayed under the radar within the Jabroni ranks, but joined up fully prepared, like, "Do I look like I need the grunt starter pack? Do I look like a Saiyaman type?" But make no mistake about it, there is no sideman within this duo. They are the perfect counterparts. That's really what makes all of the difference here compared to some of the other duos. Almost every tag team has the Marty Jannetty, the Hitmonchan to the Hitmonlee, the frontman to the sideman. But sometimes you run into that perfect duo, the teams made up of two ultimate counterparts, the teams that are two Shawn Michaels, the teams that aren't being weighed down by their Flareon, and that team in Pokemon is Umbreon and Espeon. Then XD came out and Wes got succeeded by Michael, forever cementing himself as the Jaden Yuki to his stupid sexy Pharaoh. He is half the man with half the Eevees, and in that case, I go for my boy Jolteon. But if you have the choice, I'm not sure how you could pass up having Espeon and Umbreon. Dayman, fighter with the Nightman.